Down his first three of the night, which ties him for second on the all-time single-season three-pointer list at Washington State.
All the key players are with a good start. Nice job again.
State. March Madness is officially here. Williams trying to get this team going. Brown has the rebound. Williams back to work, lays it in. The whistle for the injury for that moment. Williams, there it is. Rodman contested three. That is no good. Here comes Williams, his 10th rebound of the game. There it is. Oh, look at the crossover. Williams lays it up, rolls around and in. That was...
He won because defense travels. And this is the time of year where you've got to have an identity. Most of these teams that are in the tournament, all of these teams that are in the tournament have an identity. And then he was so explosive, just like that just reminded me. Took me back 40 years.
Is that the biggest athlete you've seen?
Well, he was
played against?
He was Dominique was explosive. Jordan, Larry Nance, 6'11", they could fly. But all those guys, man, all as good as they want to be.
You pass that along to us.
St. Mary's is like going to the dentist office and not getting Novocaine as you're about to get a root canal.
It can be painful.
I mean, you played good defense for like the entire possession, and then Tommy Kuhse just weaves his way in and scores, and you're like, oh.
Zags.
Well, when you're playing St. Mary's and you let them get into this kind of rhythm and you allow their pace to dictate the flow of the game, I think the faster this game is, the better it'll be. And how about this young man?
Ooh, man. Clara's defense.
They're weaving so much they'll have a quilt made by the end of this game. I mean, they are just weaving through that defense.
It's going to be very pretty, too.
They'll make it a Gerald the Giraffe.
Frankich gave it up. Williams all the way, scoops it in with a foul. He's already got 8. St. Mary's leads by 11. Williams got to the baseline. Smooth.
I mentioned this the other night. Woozy.
2 years ago, I didn't think I'd hear you say that.
6 months ago, I didn't think I was going to say it. Then this season happened.
Williams ducks under, scores. There's his first bucket of the half. Toss started to pile up the fouls.
Now, what you'd also say is Bediako's not allowed to have his arm on him.
Correct.
Which would have been a foul as well.
Williams into the lane. Williams trying to find an opening. Steps in and scores.
He was trying to Tommy Kuhse that possession. I mean,
Wood curls. Rankin played good defense there. It's an air ball. Well, not the start that Moses Wood had in mind when he made those comments we just talked about after last night's Portland win. Williams, they didn't get a hand in his face, so he hits another 3. Timeout for Portland. Well, they were decimated at one point. Robertson goes to the bucket. Rebound controlled by the Broncos, who are off to a dream start. Williams cutting. Williams scoring. He is so smooth.
On a run here. But it starts because of what you do at the defensive on the floor.
Williams. Yes.
How good is he?
He is so... I thought it was a smart question you asked Herb Sendek. Like, what'd you see in Jalen Williams before the growth spurt that got you interested in, brought him to Santa Clara?
He said he goes, he liked his IQ and his overall skill set. And I was a receiver, too.
Yeah.
With that catch that he just made, I mean...
Austin, tough shot.
And the young Randy Moss, you got mossed.
Williams thought about the pull-up transition 3. Instead goes right by and scoops it in.
He's a pro.
He is.
To beat St. Mary's on a neutral floor. And St. Mary's is a team that's good enough to win multiple games in the NCAA tournament.
Would be a heck of a semifinal matchup. Here's Williams. Another 3.
Stop, Dave.
Robertson got double teamed and missed the shot from short range. Been a very tough game for him. He's a good player.
Because the perimeter and pipes and Williams had such a good first half, Frankich is going to have more space to operate here in the second half.
Williams open 3. Good! Into the half that Portland wanted, probably needed. PJ Pipes three. Tap ball. Brown comes away with it. Williams into the lane, hesitated, elevated, scores.
Wow. Dante Leggins shape, and his hands are ready. As a big, when you roll to the hoop, your hands have to be soft and up and ready to receive the ball.
Wow, Williams!
Adjusted, it goes to PJ Pipes. And 4 years at Wisconsin Green Bay. He was twice All-Horizon League. As Jalen Williams, one of the top players in the league, pulls up, 10-foot jumper and scores. 18-13 Pepperdine. We have 13:09 to play on this final home game for the Waves. For Santa Clara, they're headed home on Saturday, taking on Portland as Williams drives to the. Williams out of the backcourt. He's from Gilbert, Arizona. And he goes down the lane with the dribble and lay it up and in. Santa Clara. Mitchell in the lane, lobs it to Obioa and taken away by Bediako. Pepperdine's fifth turnover. 39-36 Broncos. Ball fumbled by Santa Clara, but Pipe pips it up. Jalen Williams, top of the key, dribble down the lane, throw it up and in. It counts as fouled. The Broncos outscore Pepperdine's reserves 21-12, and then again points in the paint, 38-18 Santa Clara. And also a big difference maker. Jalen Williams dribbling right side, put it up and in. Shoot well. As Pipes comes into the front court. At 27 against Gonzaga last Saturday. And Jalen Williams pulls up, 14-foot jumper and scores. 60% from the field, 28-47. Only made 4 of 14 threes. Left side, Jalen Williams, his jumper, and he got it. Houston Millette, one of the best freshmen in the West Coast Conference, now with 13. He has 65 threes this year. He is one away from the single-season mark by a freshman held by Craig Davis of 66 in 1986. Right side, Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams, 6'4" junior from Long Beach. 8 on the shot clock. Jalen Williams will stop and shoot a three-pointer. Good. Actually blocked Jalen Williams' shot, and Williams still got it off. This is Jordan Williams. Jalen Williams with 18 tonight as Jalen Williams, number 24, in the lane, puts up a short jumper and scores again. But the reserves for the Broncos have been big. Jordan Williams with 15. Jacob Holtz come off the bench to get 4. Bediako's had a good game. He has 9. And the points in the paint have been a difference maker. As Jalen Williams, 85-70, a 9-0 run for Santa Clara in the last 3 minutes and 24 seconds. And the Broncos have made 5 of their last 7 field goals. Jalen Williams puts it up and in.
8 shots. Santa Clara 3 of their first 5. These two teams played back on the 15th of January. Gonzaga won it 115-83. Not a lot of defense in that game. Are we headed down that road again tonight? Williams with the take, left-hand finish.
This is the team, in my opinion, it's as impressive as any transfer that's ever come in, or any player that's ever been in this program.
Well, look, in West Coast Conference play, Nembhard was 6.9 assists a game. It's Williams with the teardrop goes. Broncos with a chance. Zags 2 of 5 to start this half. Broncos have hit both their shots, make it 3 for 3 now. It's Jalen Williams. You think and I think doesn't matter. It's what he thinks. Here's Williams. Ball poked away.
Hickman, just the ball pressure.
Yeah, look at that intensity. Jalen Williams, a lot of dribble. Waited for the defense to clear. Calmly connects.
He answered that pressure with a little.
Half. See if Santa Clara is aggressive and tries to get themselves to the free throw line now. Jalen Williams creating space and finally scores for the first. Trying to find Quintana, and a dangerous pass stolen away by Jalen Williams. Williams ahead to Justice. Under the hoop. Kicks it back out for Jalen Williams. Fires the three and puts it in. Arfalaze with 7 on the shot clock. Stripped on the help side by Williams. And now Williams leaks out to the rim, lays it in. And it's a 10-point lead again.
Stefanini again drives the crowd. Bouye steps under. Comes up short. Running the floor, Williams to the basket. What a finish. Has played very well since coming on. Stefanini tried to leave it that time for Masalski. Brankic gets out of there for Santa Clara, waits for help. Justice thought about it. Williams all the way to the basket, easy.
I've seen him at St. Mary's. It's Carlos Stewart, boy. He's got a different gear.
He does. Gatorade Player of the Year in Louisiana. I think we told a story on how Herb Sendek found him. He was looking at another player from the opposite team and saw Stewart and said, "Who's that?" Wasowski just working on Brown. It comes up a little too hard. Brankic the rebound. Here come the Broncos. Brown up top. Williams, tough shot. Wow. A little full court pressure here by the Dons, and they get it ahead to Williams, now Pipes. There's Justice. Justice, as we said, has just not been able to do any business tonight. Now Williams with a jump shot. Fall into the category of surprise. Not that he was good, but that he was this good in his senior year. Williams, stutter step. Masalski was there again, but Williams just somehow got it over.
Yeah, that's a basketball name. That's a baller's name.
Tommy Kuzi tried to answer, lips out. Santa Clara 1 for 6 from 3. The Pipes triple brings them within 2 midway through the first half. We'll try for another. Jalen Williams says the Broncos.
Now think about this. Santa Clara wants to get early offense before defense gets set, and that's why they're pushing tempo.
Williams triple teamed, somehow gets it up, and Kuzi answers, but we're not used to poor defense from the Gales, are we, AB? They're holding opponents this season to under 59 points per game with 14 and a half minutes to go. Santa Clara's almost got, now they got 50.
They are playing both ends of the floor. They are keeping St. Mary's off balance, and they're positioning themselves to have a special night if they can finish the deal in the next 10 minutes.
Williams dealing with toss advantage. Nothing run for St. Mary's, pulling them within 2.
Mark this down. 6:40 mark. 2-point game. It's a new game. Throw out everything that's been going on. Now, who wants it the most?
Here to open this WCC affair. Here comes Williams. Toss. soft left hand in transition. Marcellus Erlington, who's into double figures.
The game's just flown by. It's 8 points in the paint now for San Diego. Santa Clara has 14 points in the paint. It's one reason they've been so effective so far in this game. Put on top of that, you've got 15 boards. Only 8 for San Diego, and a bunch of them are coming on offense, getting second chance opportunities.
Pipes, nice little bounce pass, and the lefty reverse.
Second chances, too.
Wiltikin knocks down the triple. Felt like a time where the Toreros had to have it, too. Let's see if that gives them a spark for a closing stretch in the opening half. Williams, got it to fall. Whistle crossing over to use the screen. Now the floater off the heel. But Iaco pulls it down, averaging 3.5 boards per game here in his junior season.
Really like how Santa Clara moves the basketball. That 1-2 ball reversals every possession.
Good use of the pivot foot. Terra's pass deflected and stolen by Justice. On the hit ahead, here's Williams. Long striding to the rim.
That Santa Clara has coughed up here in the second half. Only 3 they had in the first. And Santa Clara's also shooting 10 percentage points less than they did in the first half. So it's a different offensive ball club.
Pretty right hand. Thought about pulling the trigger. Instead, dribble attacks. And another USD giveaway. Calling that an unforced error. Williams and some congestion. Soft touch for Jalen. Misses the pull-up jumper. 4.5 to play as Santa Clara looks for the season sweep of San Diego. Brown, pretty pass. What a cut from Jalen. Physical post up. Follow away jumper goes begging. Well defended by P.J. Pipes and Santa Clara. 2-minute mark of a fast-moving WCC contest. The rematch between two teams that went to overtime in Santa Clara. Broncos have been in complete control here. Brown up to screen for Jalen Williams. He's got 17 and finds himself alone to rinse.
He probably would have been a starter, but as you said, he was hurt until the conference season began. Scott misses that. Brankovic gets it out of there. Ahead it goes to Pipes. Here's Brankovic. Brankic, I beg your pardon. Nice give that time to Williams for the fit. Or Justice for Noah.
As he said, the only brown-skinned kid at his school when he was a kid in Utah, but he just learned to fit in and survive and excel and love basketball, and it's taken him all over the country as an assistant and given him his own program. SMU and Florida State, SMU who they beat, talented team.
Brankic, backdoor Williams.
Every possession matters for both sides. So you want to get this thing above 10 and keep the space away from a run.
That's Williams and one. Yep. You're right, he'll shoot a lot of them. Pipes to Williams, great pass.
Doesn't matter. Or 21 over, whatever you want, whatever sounds better.
what I was talking about earlier in the game. The 1-3 he missed was in transition, exactly like that. When you're being face guarded in the half-court set, if you can bring it up and you can get that clean of a look and you're Alex Barcelo, you better take it.
Williams a little almost Euro play.
He's one of the few players in college basketball that every time he shoots the ball, Dave, I believe that it's going in.
And I think it's a good point to make on that basket because it's not just as a stand-up three-point shooter.
Yeah, he can take it off the bounce. He's really good when he gets that WCC logo in the middle of the paint. Great way to close the half for BYU. All they need to do is get the stop here, and the momentum will be there as going to the break.
And this equals the biggest lead for either side. Williams all the way lays it, flushes it down.
Hey, Foose is always in the right position, isn't he? Like, you just look out on the floor and you're like, the guy never finds himself out of position.
Goes baseline and lays it in.
Yeah, elevated the offense, no help side defense into the paint. Can't hug your man on the weak side. That time Santa Clara got caught.
Jalen Williams, open three, good!
Fred Warner's standing next to him, except for, I don't know if they realize Fred Warner's actually there. Like,
I wonder whether that,
but do you know he's right there next to you?
Your guy is just a few feet away. Williams for three.
Fouling him.
He's the inbounder. It's Jalen Williams who has it. We'll see how BYU plays this. Williams is going to try to take the two, and he does. So here we go. 6.5 on the clock. Williams with the catch. Williams is going to go into the lane. The floater is good!
Oh! My God. He's actually got three brothers all along. Ah!
Get acclimated, get recalibrated to play out here in the West Coast Conference.
You know this, Coach. I mean, if he can shoot, right now he just can't find the bucket.
Exactly. He'll be okay. He's got to get his confidence. Missed a couple of games recently. Illness, so good to have him back. Point guard, super important.
There's Jalen Williams, and that's a strong move, too. St. Mary's perfect from the line right now, 4 for 4 early on. Ball is tipped. Santa Clara still with possession.
Laura Shields, with the referee, made the call right on the play.
Williams, 10 on the shot clock, off the glass. That was Dr. J-esque. 0 for 1, just 0 for 1. Kuzi now. Doesn't use the glass.
Yeah.
Yep, I knew it, Coach. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, you
are now. 3 minutes without a point. Jordan Williams working the baseline. Feed to Jalen Williams and the flush. Having a tough night from beyond the arc. From beyond the arc for Bowen. Williams. He'll take the trip. No good. They continue to struggle from the field, St. Mary's. 35%. While Santa Clara is 50. And that is once again Jalen Williams using the left freshman. St. Mary's 5 of their last 6 now. And on the rebound. There it is. Jalen Williams gets the putback and his first points up and out on the free throw. His squad got a 51-45 lead. Jalen Williams. Nice dish underneath. Carlos Stewart back to Mullins for 3. Simple math.
Gonzaga's now his third school, Roxy, right? And I added up all the previous 3 seasons. He was at Penn State and Iowa State, and he was 28 and 60 combined in his 3 years. Like how many years would it take for Gonzaga to lose 60 games? A decade?
Well, Mark Few, this is year 23, and he's only lost over 120.
Those are the 2 best front courts in the country.
Gonzaga is a team, by the way, 64% inside the arc, the top 2-point field goal percentage in the country. So it's not necessarily live and die by the three for teams. Jalen Williams with a early.
I mean, BYU matched him shot for shot in that first 20 minutes, but over the course of 40 minutes, it is nearly impossible to keep up with this team unless you're an elite athletic team like Baylor, like Texas Tech. Those teams can do it.
Step back and a three for Jalen Williams. That's going. Timmy missing. And the rebound, Keyshawn Justice. Breaking news, Drew Timmy missed a shot inside the arc.
This is an important 5.5 minutes, more so obviously for Santa Clara, who wants to keep their home crowd involved in this game, give them some hope, and there it is right there, Jalen Williams. Not good.
Turn for Gonzaga along the baseline, slithering in for the verse here.
Yeah. Santa Clara.
Off balance, Anton Watson was challenged. Cameron Tongue, the rebound for the Broncos. On the screen and nailing the three is Jalen Williams.
For the year. Williams pops from the 15-foot baseline jumper, and that's good. Sean Robinson has 10 points for the Spartans, 33-24. Williams, left side free throw line, stops at the baseline, turns around, gets fouled, and scores it. That's a basket the Spartans need. Stewart, right side, Vrankic underneath, catches a double team, up and under again. It's Williams to lay it home. Is almost 20. Here's Tibet Gorner for a corner three ball. No. Swept out to Vrankic. Williams on the go. Hits the brakes. Here's Stewart now. Dropping it on a bounce feed. Williams on the outlet for a long two, and he drains it. Actually, that inbound to Williams. Catches, drives, right-handed dunk. 16-point game now. Williams the inbound. Again, a press applied by San Jose State. Nearly a travel from Vrankich. It's Stewart now, dumping it underneath. Looking around outside to Williams. 20 seconds to shoot. Williams puts it on the deck, spins in the lane, flips it off the window and falls. A Bronco ball. By the way, our officiating crew tonight, Chris Rastatter, Mike Cyphers, and Ryan Holmes. 20 seconds to shoot for Justice. Bounce feed down low. What a backdoor pass.
AT&T at the half is coming up. Brent Stover standing by. Jalen Williams buries
40% from three-point land last year. He's not a point guard, he's a point guard. He must get points.
They lost their point guard. Ray J. Dennis transferred to Toledo, and Acott has taken over those point guard duties. Max Rice will play some of it when he's in. There's a riser, Reed Smith. Lead is 2. Jalen Williams near the best assist to turnover ratios. That would be good.
What a fabulous play. There's a nice basket by Shepard.
Well, we used to sell so many tickets that they moved the game down to the Oakland Coliseum.
And there's a good answer. I had almost those many times.
One of the endless things I love about coming here to Berkeley is that once you get here, you never have to get in the car. Sean and Jalen this morning at their practice, they were just talking about how Kobe was such an inspiration to all of them.
And here goes Jalen Williams to make a play.
Ted, let me try that on you.
Nice drive by Williams with the left hand.
And Andre Kelly running through a little guy from Kansas.
Williams going fast for Santa Clara, gets 2 more back.
his eye. That he knows if Fresno's going to be special and win this game, he has to play one of the best games of his career.
This is Pipes. Bediako coming over to set the screen, moves off of it. Now it's Brown in the corner, drives out to Justice, missed from three earlier. Now here on the right side, Williams for three, and he hits. Again, Howland with 6 in the shot clock. Stops in the lane, pretty decent shot, but comes up empty.
You can see when Pipes has the ball, everyone's yelling, shooter, shooter.
Here's Brown up high. And nearly goes down, nearly traveled with it, just able to keep his big toe on the floor to keep from dragging that pivot foot. 7 on the shot clock. Williams takes a long three and hits it. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
And that is a compliment. Charles in the NBA now. But yeah, he's old school. As we see Fresno State.
That three-point shooting range makes me think something else. But yes, 9-point lead now. So we're going to tip in underneath. Dixon was concerned about the three from Santa Clara, but they need to start making some threes like you just mentioned.
No doubt. That was Miller's first three of the season.
Two big fellas getting involved.
Amazing.
This is Brown. Williams off the screen, now works his way inside. A little floater in the lane, gets it to go. Evans working into the corner. Emmanuel Miller launches a three, misses short that time. Rebound of the Broncos. This is Williams. Slashes this time, but pulls up and buries that. Peavy stops at the block, bounce pass to Coles. Takeaway. Here's Williams in transition. Two-handed stuff. Can play for the final shot.
Yeah, well, this is going to be Williams' world right now. We're just living in it. 24 in black.
Williams working on Peavy. Round the screen. Throws it up. Little runner to go at the horn. Here come the Frogs in transition to the rim. Oh, Evans slipped. And the ball got loose. And here come the Broncos in transition. Williams to the rim for another two-handed.
Dixon said when I was in the Big East, that was the best conference. Then Pittsburgh went to the ACC, and then that was the best conference. Now the Big 12 is the best conference in the country. They're going to win some games this year.
and can also step out.
Very skilled, very talented. Coach Haas talks about his IQ. That time, defender goes under the pick and roll, simply stop behind and let it fly.
Williams answers.
Dribble drive action. Kasunas just has to understand spacing and angles of where to be to make yourself available for a pass.
Pipe's the only player in this game so far in double figures with 10. Finds Brown, mid-post, draws 2, diving Delaire. Justice with 8 to shoot. Corner, Jalen Williams. Book it.
Long defensive rotation. Isn't able to get there in time on the catch and shoot.
Catch and shoot for Williams. Jalen Williams. Kasunas on the opposite end, the left-handed hook. That won't fall. Vrancic, of course, vacuums in the rebound. Nobody picks up Vrancic. He thought 3, thought better of it. Instead, Williams penetrates, skies to the rim. Whoa.
Played on the offensive end tonight. You have to change it up a little bit.
Justice the steal. Williams, the block. A couple of Ingram free throws within 19. Stanford. And he gets some stops on the defensive end. Williams floats. BJ Pipes, just talked about him, finds Vrancic, first team all West Coast Conference a season ago. Jalen Williams.